Karibu AMG Realtors. We have specialized in selling of land across the country in areas like Nanyuki, Naivasha, Nakuru, Juja, Kagunda Road, Malindi, and the Abadeas. Contact us today for land investment solutions and have your title deed delivered within 60 days upon completion of payment. SMS AMG to 40299 or call us on +254 748 229 941. AMG Realtors. We don't just deal in land, we deal in value.
Thank you so much for being here, Amanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm excited for this show because, you know, there's so much that you're working on, and it's big to see this because I don't get this all the time. So I'm really excited to know more about what you do and the audience too.
Yeah.
Definitely. So tell us more about you. Who is Amanda?
So, my name is Amanda Penny. I'm from New York. I am 17. I've been doing social media itself since the age of 12, but I started podcasting at the age of 16. I started off vlogging on a random Instagram account that's now my Finsta, but gained a really big following from vlogging. But at the time, I didn't have a cell phone. I used to use this girl in my homeroom cell phone to vlog my daily life. So I did that for a while and then kind of just stopped. Like, I just didn't feel like it was the right thing. I stopped and made the account private and removed all my followers, and now it's my Finsta. But back in, like, October of 2021, it was 2020, I was bored. I was in a boot, and, like, I was bored and started interviewing random strangers off the internet. So that's how I started, and someone was like, you should do a podcast. So I uploaded just my trailer to Anchor, and the next day I was at school, and my favorite teacher was like, oh, your podcast is on Apple Podcasting. I had no idea I was on Apple. I didn't even put it on Apple. So I was like, okay, I have to upload an episode. So I did my first episode just by myself, like with this girl that was interviewing that random night to do like a random interview. And it ended up being my first episode. It was with Iron Bennett, and it had over 100-something views in the first week of being out. And by the end of my first month of doing this, I had over 1,000 listeners. Now I'm about to hit 7,000, and I've only been doing this for a year.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel?
It's a lot. Like, I don't know. It's crazy because, like, I'll be looking at my stats and it'll be like, I've been viewed all over the world. And it's, like, crazy to think, like, that many people listen to me per a week. It's crazy. And, like, you know, it's insane. Like, people will be like, did you plan on gaining a following? I was like, nah, not at all. I never planned on me doing this full time. And now I do it full time. And I've worked with bigger companies, bigger celebrities, all at my age level by myself without a management team. So...
That is a big challenge that you just put in front of people who are way older than you, because...
Well, the biggest challenge is I actually started my high school's podcast track.
No way.
Yeah, I was the first podcast that came out, and then by the end of this school year coming up, the school that just started this year, 20 other kids started podcasts because I had one.
What?
Yeah.
I
taught like 20 different kids how to use Anchor.
And they're all doing it right now?
Yeah, basically, most of them are.
You know what's crazy? That if they're starting now, what's going to happen in 10 years?
I don't know. Like, I'm interested to see where I'm going to be in a year from now. And it's like, a lot of people think they can just gain a following overnight. But, like, you can't. I don't know how I hit 1,000 listeners in my first month of doing this. No idea. Just happened. And a lot of people think since I gained a really big following, they can gain a really big following. But then people will, like, ask me, like, how did you gain a following? And I'm like, I don't know. It just happened. I
see. And, you know, that's a good part of the algorithm.
I'm very grateful. Hear me out. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for everybody who listens to me. I would not be where I am right now without my listeners. It's just, like, crazy to think that.
It is. Now, the 1,000 followers you have, what are you doing with them right now?
So I have all my followers on Apple Podcasting. I've had some problems with Apple where, because I'm a minor, they won't give me my stats. I can only access certain features on Apple. I've had so many problems with Apple Podcasting, don't even get me started. But currently all I can see is who listens to me a week. My top listener is a boy from my school. But I can only see like a couple of my episodes that have been played, not all of them. Which is really annoying because all my stats are from Apple. I can't see my stuff on Spotify. And I upload. I never missed a day of uploading, and like I try to like interact with my followers. A lot of my main listeners are people from my hometown.
Okay.
And then I have been viewed in like Germany, Canada, Ukraine, Belgium, Australia, Greece, and everything else in between. So like I don't know. I just keep doing my thing.
That is amazing. I'm so happy that you're doing this. Because it's gonna show a lot of people that they also have a voice and they can speak out too.
Yeah, that's basically what I use my platform for.
So tell me more about your podcast. Like, what do people listen to, and what are you talking about?
It's a series of things. If I'm interviewing like a kid from my school, it's just really random. Like I did an interview with a kid. I've done a couple interviews with kids from my school. I only have one up on my platform right now, and it was with a girl. I'm not gonna name drop her or anything, but it's like with a musician. She was like super sweet. I've known her since middle school. She came on. Her episode did really well. Then today I shot 2 episodes with 2 guys, a guy and a girl from my school, and then a guy from my school. And that was like more like the guy and the girl was more of us just talking about COVID in school. And then the interview I did this morning with the other guy, it was about cancel culture. So like different things. But then if it's like a celebrity, like Chantel, for example, I talked to her about like her music and stuff. So it varies. It could be like mental health, authors, directors. It varies from so many different things. So like I never know what episode it's going to be like.
That's the best part.
It is. I love being in full control. Trust me. I love being in full control. I love it. I love being like taking stand and being in charge. It's the best.
Exactly. Now, when you think about the process of the audio output and, like you said, like the whole production aspect, did you teach yourself that too?
Yeah. Well, a little bit I taught myself. I had a very good friend in middle school who was really involved with this stuff, and hanging around him, I kind of just started copying him. But then after we stopped being friends, I was like, I want to know more about this. So I started teaching myself everything else. Like he taught me, I'll be very clear, I don't normally give him credit, but he taught me how to edit a little bit, not a lot, but taught me how to edit and manage a YouTube channel. He taught me that. I taught myself how to run a podcast, produce, direct, reach out to people. That was completely me. But he did teach me how to edit.
Okay.
But otherwise, I basically taught myself everything else besides him teaching me how to edit. I don't normally give him credit because we're not on good terms, so I don't like to give him credit because I don't think it's fair to, but he did teach me how to edit, so.
Wow, that is beautiful to hear, because you literally practically got yourself into a position where you had to understand something and make the best out of it.
Well, he used to be like all in like the business side of things.
Yeah.
So like hanging around him, I kind of understood what was happening, and then from there, I taught myself how to reach out to people. Like if I reach out to somebody in a different language, I taught myself how to use Google Translate and send a message in another language. Or like I taught myself how to reach out to small businesses, get on for Small Business Saturday, or reach out to guests, produce, all that. I taught myself, but he taught me how to edit and just manage a channel.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really inspiring. I'm so glad that we got to connect, because this shows that the sky's the limit. It's beyond the sky. You have to think outside the box. And you teaching 20 kids, that's 20 different podcasts.
I taught a lot of kids different things. I taught a lot of the guys from my school how to run a podcast. That's been a fun experience to do. But it's I try to help out kids. I was helping out this kid from my school with some projects, but ended up dipping out of that because he just wasn't taking it seriously, and I really want to do this project. Yeah. So I have worked with a couple kids at my school professionally. I'm currently not working with any of them. I was working with this guy, but I just ended up being we don't work good together, and I walked out of our project, and now I'm doing it by myself.
Okay.
So I basically do everything on my own now. I always have. I don't really work with other influencers in my school. At least out of school, I work with tons of influencers. Just nobody in my school right now. I just teach kids how to do podcasting.
Okay, tell us more about the influencers. What do you influence?
I've worked with so many influencers. The list goes on. I'm currently working with 2 right now that I don't think I can speak on it because it hasn't been announced.
Right.
But I worked with Emmy Van Lee from the Hype House. Well, she was a part of the Hype House. I've worked with Chantel Lene, singer Morgan Evans, the Teen Wolf After Show host. I've worked with so many influencers. The list just goes on. I've worked with Barstool Sports, MTV. What else? React Media.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is actually crazy.
It is.
I'm speechless because I don't hear this every day. You know?
I'm just like, I like to think of it like as I'm like not your average 17-year-old. Like I have a side hustle besides being a high school student. That's
right.
how I like to think of it.
That is very challenging because now when you think about the other 17, 18, 19-year-olds that are out there, or 16-year-olds, what are they doing with their time? And you're spending a lot of good time.
Nobody knows this. I gave up everything to on this podcast. I quit track. I quit like this program called Students for 60,000. I quit everything to take this on full time. That was a fun conversation to have with my mother, but in the end, it ended up working out for me, and now I do this full time.
That's a blessing. I'm so happy that your parents allowed you to go through this process and just explore.
I didn't think my mom was going to be as supportive as she was. I'm so grateful for her. She's been very supportive, but I was not expecting her to be that supportive, but she really was.
Yeah. If there's one thing that you can tell other people about what you've done, what is the one thing that they should keep consistent?
I get all these opportunities because I say yes, not even knowing what's happening every day. Yes. Like, I get an opportunity, like, oh, yeah, sure, and then I'll have to, like, do this, do that, do this, da-da. I would just keep on saying yes, and, like, that will get you places.
That is true. That is 100% correct, because you don't know what yes is going to lead to your yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm excited to see this. Now, when you talk about balancing school, like because you had to quit some stuff, right? So
yes.
How did you take the stuff that you quit and not think about them and focus on the podcast while still doing school?
I used to horseback ride full time, and with COVID and everything, I hadn't ridden, but I could go back to that anytime. I don't care. I stopped doing my podcast and go back to riding. I love horseback riding, but like it works out like it's flexible. So when I go back to riding, it'll be flexible with this. Then track wasn't flexible at all, but I ended up getting injured my sophomore year when I was going to go back. And I just figured, like, I'm not going to go back. I don't really care if I go back to running or not. Like, it's okay. That was fine. I was a little upset to quit students because I really like doing it. But it's just so time-consuming. And, this is time-consuming. So I had to pick one or the other.
Right.
And I ended up picking podcasting. And then I was doing this thing called Buddy Club at school. My favorite teacher runs it. But once again, it's been so time-consuming, and it always happens on Wednesdays, and I always have interviews on Wednesday, so it's been really, really hard to go. But, when I have the time, I still go to that. I'm allowed to come to Cleveland as I want to there. So, I come and go. But, everything else, I just, I was, kind of do I want to do this, or do I want to do podcasting? And I feel like podcasting can be more of my career in the future. So I feel like this was a better choice in the end.
I would definitely say yes, take that 100%, because podcasting is growing and people don't really know it, and it's like radio all over again.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I'm thinking, what are you thinking about your success story a year or 2 years from now?
I never thought I'd be in a position that I am right now. Everything, just till this day, people go to me yo, man, I love the podcast. I'll look at them I'll be like, oh, thank you. I forget sometimes, and it's crazy because I was just your average middle school kid who was having it. I wasn't having an easy time in middle school. Then my freshman year, I was starting to get better. By my sophomore year, I was a lot better. It's just I never thought I'd be in this position. I still don't have words for it. I'm so grateful for everybody who supported me and stand by my side throughout this journey.
100%. That's a blessing. And
I've had so many amazing people by my side since the beginning. It's insane.
Wow. And Anchor, because that is one platform a lot of people hear about.
Yeah.
How did you train them to use it?
So I kind of just showed them how to record off Anchor, and then how to edit, how I do my editing. It's kind of I don't know. I do it my own way. A lot of people do it a much different way than me. I do it the lazier route, where it takes a lot more time. I'm very behind on editing right now. I have a lot that has to be done. I'm saving it for when I'm in the car going upstate. I'm going to need things to do, so I'll edit in the car. But, I don't know. I've been using it for a year now, and I'm very grateful for it.
That's amazing. Shout out to Anchor, because it's a huge platform.
The most annoying part is I can't get paid sponsorships on Anchor because I'm a minor.
True.
That's my only problem, but I'll be 18 in August. So I make all my money off of brand deals that I book myself.
Now, when you talk about brand deals, how does that give us a day in the life of Amanda's brand deal moment?
So Amanda's very behind on brand deals right now. She has a lot she needs to get done. I have been extremely busy, but the way I'll do is I'll either post a TikTok unboxing or like they'll send me free products and like I'll post about it on my podcast. That's how I do my brand deals. I just got a really big brand hit me up to do something. I cannot talk about that at all because my producer hears this. I will be in a lot of trouble, but I'm doing something for a bigger company where I'm going to get paid a good amount. Like, I'm getting paid the full amount. So I'm super excited for that. That'll be my first actual, like, really big paying brand deal, like, project will be that. And then, like, I'm doing some other projects that I can't talk on, but, like, I'm going to do some interviews for some other things.
That's beautiful. 100%. I agree with that. Because when that time comes, they will know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope. Now, when you balance school and like you said, you're going to go upstate, you're going to have more time on your hands to like work 3 months in advance on stuff that you don't have to worry about the next day.
Well, I'm going upstate to see colleges, and it's going to be a long car ride. So I usually, when I go away, I'll edit in the car, or like if I go on road, like family trips, like day trips, I'll edit in the car. So like I just take my computer with me.
Okay.
But like at school, I'll be very honest, I edit a lot in school too. Like if I'm off, I'll be in like a hallway where nobody can find me editing. Like I'm always working. And it's like I've been titled at school the influencer, so it's different.
You have influenced a lot of people to do stuff that they thought they couldn't do.
Yeah.
And that's a big responsibility because now a lot of people are looking up to you and they're looking for what you're doing next so they can do that too or better. Mm-hmm. That really feels good because you're giving people an opportunity to thrive harder and not just think about school only as the only place to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. This has become my life and I'm very grateful for it. And, you know, I can't wait to see what happens like a year from now. I have so much happening this next couple months. Like, I'm super excited.
Yeah, this is huge. I feel like this is where you're going to definitely transform and change a lot of stuff. And just because we're on the podcast and we're talking about this, I had a friend who I call a friend now, but he found me on Apple Podcasts and he's all the way in Lithuania. And he was like, we're looking for people that really do good with their podcast. And he reached out to me on a Sunday. So I was like, this is different. So we spoke on Monday and he has a platform called onpodium.com.
Oh, you know what's so funny? I'm on
You
that.
are on it?
I think I am.
That would be crazy. Because I talked to the CEO.
Email. Wait, I'm going to check. I think I am for some reason.
Okay.
I'm going to check. Sorry, I'm in my school email once again. Podium. Oh yeah, I've reached out to them, but I know what you're talking about. I actually spoke to him this morning. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah, because they reached out to me to have me get a website on Podium, and I told them I'd think about it and get back to them.
That's big.
Yeah, they have. They reached out to me when Podium. I recognize that because I was like, I think they emailed back in March.
Back in March, yes. That's when I got it too.
Yeah, right now I'm not doing anything with that because I have a website. I just haven't published it.
One thing I will say is, because that's the fourth website I have. But why I love On Podium, and I'm still talking to them because I have a background with SEO. And it's very important to put your stuff out there because anytime you're reading a blog or checking out stuff on your website, you want to have, like you, for example, your brand deals. At some point, they're going to have to be on your website, and you already know that because it works with the flow.
Anchor, actually, when I'm on Anchor, they use a website, and that's what I've been using. They give you a website for a website, and it's all completely free.
Right, exactly.
So that's what I have to finish setting up, is that...
That would be a little different because I know what you mean. The anchor.fm / the name of your podcast.
No. It's like a website. It's WordPress.com.
Oh, it's a WordPress site. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean because the WordPress site is connected when you publish an episode. You're right. That's true.
So that just makes my life easier if it's connected.
Exactly. That's true. That's one way you can do it. Now with On Podium, it's a little different.
We'll see.
Yeah.
They did reach out to me. I just, like, I told them I wanted to think about it. I have to talk to my mom. Because when I do anything like this, I have to talk to her. So I just haven't had that conversation with her yet.
Okay. Definitely. I will get back to you and reach out to you and let you know what's going on, because I'm on it and I love what's happening, because I'm getting email subscribers and I was able to connect it, and easily I'm getting people just literally listening to the podcast and subscribing to the podcast, not my website.
Okay.
So
That's
it's
That's good to know. I know, like, I'm waiting till I get signed to a management team, because I'm hoping I can throw that on them.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be real, I manage most of my profiles, and it's already a lot for me to manage as it is on my own. So I feel like it'd make my life easier once I'm signed to this management team. They can just deal with that for me.
Now, when you think about management deals, because I'm also in the entertainment industry as well, when you think about those deals, and I'm sure definitely your mom's helping, you're definitely speaking with lawyers and everything.
I'm getting signed basically to get, like, bigger interviews, but, like, I'm hoping they'll be able to, like, manage a website for me, or, like, manage my YouTube channel, because, like, I don't want to go back into YouTube, but I did inform that I have to have a YouTube channel for something, and I don't want to, like, manage a channel again. So I was hoping, like, if I'm signed to a management team, they can deal with managing a YouTube channel and a website, and, like, helping me get bigger interviews, but, like, keep me in control of my podcast.
I like that, because I feel like you're using your podcast and that's a passion which you can control fully.
Yeah, they're not getting any control over my podcast. That's saying ownership to me.
That's
but
good.
Like, I have to start a YouTube channel, and I prefer for them to be in charge of that.
Right.
And, like, I prefer for them to be in charge of, like, my website.
Right. And you know what I was thinking too? Once you have those YouTube channels connected, on Podium has a video tab that you just have to put the channel ID and automatically updates it every time you publish something on YouTube.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Like, I have to wait till I speak to this team. It's a lot. I have a lot.
Yeah. No, but this is a good start, 100%. Like, you're on a great path to success, and I'm excited to see what happens, because years on, this podcast episode will still be listened to, and they'll be like, I remember that day when this happened.
She's, like, so young, you know. She's like, funny.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be 18 this summer. It's, like, crazy.
That's crazy. What's one thing you can say that you're looking forward to in this new year?
My 18th birthday, probably.
Okay.
I'll be 18 in August. I'm excited for that. Or no, my senior year will be happening this fall.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that. I'm starting this April break. I'm making a documentary. I'm going to document my whole college process, seeing colleges, my whole management thing, everything. Make a whole documentary off my senior year.
That's good.
I'm going to start it in the spring, like spring break, and leave it all the way up till, like, graduation of next year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for people to connect with you. And
my Instagram,
yes,
it's Amanda_Penny_14. I have 2 emails, and I don't know my new email. Wait, I can check.
Okay.
Open Gmail. Okay, sorry. Okay, my new email is AmandaPenny671@gmail.com.
Okay. Definitely, that's going to be available for people in the show notes, so they can be able to check it out if they have any questions and reach out to you.
Okay.
This has been amazing. Thank you so much for just being here and giving us your story.
No problem. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Anytime. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.